Yes, welcome back. We are back. It is, and Pete, I've been saying it like this the whole time. It is Wrestlemania edition. This is our Wrestlemania predictions card. I'm going to try not to curse for normal work shoot show audience because the radio, that show that I work on, wants us to play this episode. So we're going to do it. So shout out to the people listening on Rise and Grind, but welcome in work shoot show audience. I am one of your hosts, Mr. Lyndon Burton, joined by your other host, as always, Mr. Peter McGinn. This is episode 16. Pete, how you doing, brother?
Man, doing well. Just doing a lot of stuff before I head to Japan. So
I know look, you got the Bullet too sweet. Okay, so when you see that sign, do you think of Bullet Club or do you think of the Click in NWO?
I mean, like the Click made it. The Bullet Club sort of got it into my generation, I would say, even though I was in both sort of, but like one got me into wrestling, the other one kind of like revitalized my love for wrestling. So they both have significance, but
I just see every time Kevin Nash talks about, he like poo-poos on Bullet Club so much. Like,
I mean, they stole it.
Yeah, they did. They did.
I probably would too.
But we got a lot to talk about. Excited to hear your stories from Japan when we do our next episode. But before we get to our WrestleMania predictions, I have to tell you, I don't know if you've been watching, AEW's good again.
I watched the Kenny Omega.
I know you watched Vikingo. You told me Vikingo was that dude, and you did not lie. That match was insane.
Belter gave it 5 stars. Mm-hmm. It was a 5-star match. I love how right from the get-go, it just was full throttle, and that's what we got.
Did you watch the Jeff Cobb one?
No, I have not. I have not been able to watch. Dude, I literally am
just been busy
I work. And then I edit my podcast or I record my podcast
and get ready for Japan.
I do other Japan stuff. These next 2 weeks are going to be absolutely insane. And like, I'm just trying to do everything now.
So you can relax.
So I can sit down on Saturday and Sunday and watch Supercard of Honor and NXT and WrestleMania. Just get everything finished right now.
Also, let me tell you, because whenever you get a chance, I think AEW is their best when the Elite is the main focus, and that is what's happening right now. It's basically the BCC went heel. The BCC went heel, and I'm thinking it's going to be BCC versus the Elite and Hangman Adam Page. I'm super excited for that, so y'all be on the lookout. But real quick, Supercard of Honor, your man Eddie Kingston better win, bro. He better win.
I hope so. They did a promo of them sitting down, and that was like really good.
And also, Claudio actually was like going in, like getting into heel Claudio.
And there's just a couple of banger matches, like Yuta versus Shibata. Like,
is he gonna win that? Like,
that's wild.
Like, I'm glad we're not picking that card because, like, is he gonna win that? Like, what?
It'd be huge for Wheeler.
That's the head of the strong dojo. Like, that's the guy.
Yeah. I mean, that whole card looks insane. Takahashi versus Daniel Garcia. That's crazy.
And that was just added like a couple days ago, which is crazy. The Reach for the Sky ladder matches, which I'm excited for to see who the new tag champs. It's got to be the Lucha Bros are the favorite, but I would love to see Top Flight win. Like,
I mean, hometown bias to Top Flight, so that's where I'm hoping it goes. Will they? Probably not, but I think these are the type of matches where Top Flight
should win, show out,
or just showcase what they have. They're young; they don't have to win right now, but this is like a really good card to really, start getting momentum for the future for them because they are the future of.
And I got to give TK his credit. I liked Honor Club, man. I purchased it. I've been watching the old matches. I've been watching the stuff, the presentation, and see in his last press conference, he said that Honor Club he has no restrictions. It's storytelling how he wants. Whereas with AEW, he has to meet these TV restrictions, and you can tell like the way he's doing Honor Club feels so fresh, and I'm excited to see what they do with that. But last thing before we get to what we're here for. NXT is Braun or Melo winning? And I have an answer based on what you say to which one you pick winning.
I think Melo wins, and I think Braun comes to the main roster.
Yep, I agree. That's exact. I think Melo wins, like you said. Braun comes to the main roster, and whether or not John Cena or Theory wins, I feel like he challenges for the US title.
We can talk about that because I have my theories.
Yes, sir. All right,
my Austin theories.
Let's get into it. It's one of my favorite segments we do on this show. That Pete, you take it away. You're the leader of this. The predictions episode and then the results episode, both phenomenal. So take it away, Pete.
So coming into WrestleMania, Lynn has an astounding record of 11-2.
I'm worried about this one. I'm just letting you know now.
Me, I'm a little bit on the back end. I'm 5-8. I think I took a little too many risks, but we can make up some ground here. We have 13 matches to predict. 13.
I'm incredibly worried.
Which is how many we have so far. So who knows? Maybe I go 11-2 and Lynn goes 5-8.
This is the one that I have no idea. Like normally I come in here like, oh yeah, Pete, I got these theories. This one's tough, man. This one's tough.
I think this one is tough because I think they can do a couple different storylines going forward depending on who they want to win. I think they both make sense.
Yep.
So we'll get into it. We'll break it up into nights, night 1 and night 2. So we'll do the night 1 card first.
Perfect. Even though we don't know the main event yet, still.
I mean, we kind of it has to be Cena versus Theory. It has to be
but I thought they said that was the opener.
Oh, did they say that?
Yeah, like they said that on Monday Night Raw, and when I saw the picture, I was like, huh? This is confusing.
Okay, then I would guess Usos versus KO and Sammy.
That's what everybody's saying, but and apparently Charlotte's still politicking for her and Rhea, so you know.
Oh man, I think if any of the females matches should headline, it would be Asuka versus Bianca. But
interesting, but they have no story. Yeah,
they're on night 2, but those are like 2 just powerhouses. Oh, I can't wait for that. Okay, let's get to night 1, first match, which I think is going to be an absolute stinker. Every WrestleMania has stinkers. You know I don't like Dominic. We got Dominic going up against his father, Rey Mysterio.
Oh, I'm excited for this. This is the storyline. Yeah. Okay. Let me tell you why.
You talk. Okay. I am not excited for this.
I am excited solely for the fact of we have built this for so long, and I have gotten into heel Dominic. I thought that it was either going to be I thought the Hall of Fame was going to trigger the match, which they still can do stuff at, which fingers crossed they do. They need to. But I am just happy that he went at his mom, his sister, and that pushed Rey over the edge. And I feel that this is going to go one or two ways, man. This is either Rey putting over his son, or this is the start of Rey versus Dominic for when Rey retires to put him over at his last match. It's either one. And I don't know where I line on it. So I'm super excited for this. I think this is Dominic's chance because I listened to an interview with Conan about it. Conan was like, because as his godfather, he was like, I'm gonna tell you things that Rey don't want to tell you. You gotta get from under your father. And he didn't expect him to go heel, but he felt that this was the best thing for Dominic's career, and I tend to agree with him.
Yeah, this is just more along the lines of a story not connecting with me. I have not liked Dominic for that long. I mean, Rey Mysterio to me is like a top 5 wrestler of all time for me, but if I'm not invested in the story, like I just don't care. And I don't like Dominic. I don't like his in-ring work. I don't know if Rhea is going to get involved somehow because in a straight up 1v1, I feel like Rey should win. So if Dominic were to win, I feel like there's got to be some cheat, some high.
Yeah, he gotta pull on his
action.
He's got to use his techniques from his other daddy: lie, cheat, steal.
Yeah, exactly. So that's where I'm kind of leaning. Where like maybe Rey wins, and then at the end he like goes to hug Dominic, and then Dominic's like considering it, and he pushes his dad away. He's like, no, I still.
This isn't over. Yeah, it's not over.
Or he could
win and put his son over. Yeah,
that, or just like like they have a loving moment and like they sweep it under the rug and they're back to being a happy family again.
I am of the mindset that Judgment Day has to come out of this as the top heel 100%. Faction. Like, so I'm picking Dominic, man. I'm picking Dominic.
Can you imagine if every person from Judgment Day loses?
Hey, instant burial.
Yeah. What was like Top Dollar and that group called again? Just
Hit Row?
Hit Row. Just
Bro, did you see that Fox came out and was like, yeah, we don't want Hit Row on SmackDown anymore. We don't want Karrion Kross on SmackDown anymore. And there was one more person. They were like, move them. Yeah. I was like, damn, poor Karrion Kross.
So you're going Dominic, man.
Yeah, I'm going Dominic.
I've been going back and forth. I'm gonna go with Ray.
I like it.
I think only because of how I think the night is going to end. I think we need some face wins, and I think this is a face Ray win. But I'm not confident.
Bro, I'm telling you, this is the most unconfident I've been in our predictions thus far. I can see it going both ways with this match. I'm letting y'all know now, if Ray wins, he's putting Dominic over in his last match. Whether that's SummerSlam, whether that's they're fighting again. I'm just letting you know, unlike Edge and Finn, this is not over. Yeah. Unless Dominic wins. If Dominic wins, then it's over.
Yeah, that's another thing why I think they're going to continue this, and I think Ray needs to win in order to do so.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep, we will see. So I got Ray, you got Dominic.
Yep.
A match that I'm actually kind of looking forward to. Like, in terms of storyline wise, nothing's really there, but I do think just based off the in-ring work, it's going to be super fun. We got Braun Strowman and Ricochet going up against the Street Profits, going up against Alpha Academy, going up against the Viking Raiders. Haven't said that name in a hot minute.
You were big into NXT. Do they have a shot? Like, for some reason, I feel like they're the ones that I am just a blind spot to.
I think that this is like the perfect time to start like revitalizing people. Okay. If they wanted to go that route, where if you gave them a win here, they could.
It's big.
Like, okay, if you do think I don't want to like foreshadow too much, but like if KO and Sammy were to win,
you need some.
They're gonna need some competition to fight against, because I'm also going to assume the Usos might go on a vacation after this, and they're probably not going to continue feuding. So
I feel like the bloodline is taking a break. No, 100%. But see, my thing is also Alpha Academy's been getting a lot of like shine, and it's like, ooh, but the Street Profits are the hottest. Like, I feel like the Street Profits have been so underserved that it's like they gotta win, right? But also at the same time, why is Braun Strowman and Ricochet still a tag team? I want the curse right there.
They've been doing that
good,
for a minute. Yeah, and I see them a lot on the house show circuit that they've been
killing it
up with each other. This one's tough. Like Alpha Academy is like the heels. I'm assuming the Viking Raiders are heels because too, Profits and Braun and Ricochet are faces right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, do we think if KO and Sammy win that they're going to go up against Alpha Academy or Viking Raiders or something like that? It's hard to tell, but I'm going to pick the hot hand right now with who I think has been doing or just winning the most consistently and getting the most show. I'm going Braun Strowman and Ricochet.
Nice. I'm glad one of us did. I'm so happy you did, because I thought that this is one where I'm going to go with who I think deserves the win so they can get a push. And also to your point about if KO and Sammy wins, I feel like if the team that I'm picking wins, this will lead to their breakup, potentially solo run. I'm going to Street Profits.
Okay. Look at that. We got two different predictions so far.
I told you, this is the one I'm least confident about, man. Like, God, I'm so not confident about these predictions because it could go any way. Like,
I think it can too, yeah.
And the thing is, some of these matches, they didn't build any storyline for, so it's like, you don't know where this is leaning.
Yep, exactly. So it's like, we'll know the storyline after
yeah, facts. But the Raw after Mania is going to be nuts.
Jay White, please.
Yeah, facts.
Okay. Next up, we have Trish Stratus, Lita, and Becky going up against Damage Control.
A match that I just do not care about.
I think it'll be fun, like kind of like the last one. Fun in ring. The story, I don't think it makes a whole lot of sense. I feel like you could have showcased two other people other than Trish and Lita, but they want that WrestleMania pop.
Yep.
You know, when Lita and Trish's music go off, the stadium's gonna be huge for that. And I mean, that's kind of the reason why that they're there. It's for this moment. So
facts. To give Becky and Bailey the moment with give the new generation goats moments with the old generation goats.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, but it's like, do we expect the old goats to beat this new?
See, I have a theory. Okay. This is the one where I actually do have a theory for. I think Damage Control wins, but because Trish Stratus turns on Becky heel to force Trish versus Becky at SummerSlam.
Ooh.
That's where I'm at with it. Yeah. So I'm picking Damage Control. Damage Control needs it. And this will make it to where Trish and Trish may partner with Bayley to where you get Bayley and Trish versus Lita and Becky, or just Becky versus Trish and then Bayley versus Lita. But I think they're setting up for a big SummerSlam with that. So pick
this one,
control.
Yeah, okay. This one I feel like it's one of those things where I think it could go either way. I think they can develop the storyline.
Also, since there's no belt on the line.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of for that reason, I feel like I'm leaning like a face win here. I think the crowd would pop if like Trish pinned Bayley or something like that. So I'm going Trish, Lita, and Becky, but nice. I'm not confident. I'm not confident at all.
I'm telling you, man. This is one where you said you've been taking chances. I'm taking chances on this one, bro. Like, I have no idea.
I'm taking chances. Don't worry. They will be coming. Actually, they'll be coming in the next one.
Oh, God, yeah.
Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul.
Gee, Willikers. See, I have to say things like that. Oh man.
Geez, Willikers.
My poor guy, Seth Rollins. They just do him so dirty. This match is going to be great in ring because Logan is good, but this ends his contract. Is he putting someone over, or is this to re-sign? We shall see. How do you feel? Because it just seems like Seth's putting over Logan. But if you watch the Raws, Seth hasn't gotten a win, and maybe this is him humbling Logan so Logan can take this more seriously.
This is one of those things where Seth Rollins, I've been saying this for like a year on this podcast.
Yes, we have.
Seth Rollins, it doesn't matter if he wins or loses, he's still going to be super over.
They're still going to sing his song. He's still the best wrestler in WWE, arguably.
Do they want more Logan Paul on other cards going forward? I think they do.
I do too.
And I think him getting like a win and him posting it on social media
is huge.
And all that stuff. It's huge for him. It's huge for the company. Whether you want his fans eyes on the product or not is kind of irrelevant because their eyes, I guess, like, I do think that this match is going to be surprisingly good just because Seth is just an incredible in-ring worker.
And Logan takes chances.
Yep, and Logan's going to look like $1 million. It wouldn't surprise me if they do like another frog splash into the announce table type of thing. I'm sure there'll be some crazy spot happening.
Like some wild stomp action.
Yeah. Maybe like Logan like hits him with like his Pikachu card thing that he has around his neck, that chain. I don't know, something stupid like that.
Buckshot lariat's definitely coming.
Yeah. So kind of because of that, I'm leaning Logan Paul gets the win here.
Look, I am too. I'm with you on this one as well. Like, I would love Seth to win, but to your point, it's like you want to keep Logan around. And I do like the idea of Logan losing to build him up. But at the same time, I don't know if he's about that.
Yeah.
Because if you want to keep him happy, you let him win this one, and then in the next one, that's when he loses once he signs the deal. So, like, I think Logan takes the dub.
He can get humbled at like SummerSlam or something like that. Yep, for sure. Next one, my personal favorite wrestler of all time, A-Town Down himself, Austin Theory, going up against some
old man.
This is Jobber. His name is Jonathan.
But I heard he has a lot of ruthless aggression.
What are your thoughts on this one? Because
okay, so this one's interesting, man. This one I think can go one of two ways. I think if Austin's Theory loses but puts on a good match, that is showing that, hey, he's going for something bigger. But I don't know if it's time for that because I think, unlike Gunther, I think that Austin still needs to build up this title more. I think by beating Cena, it's like, okay, this guy's solidified as like a star. So then you have him feud with Braun Breaker come the Monday after Raw, or Jay White, whichever one. But I'm leaning more towards Braun Breaker because he's the face. And you can have the young hot gun face versus the young hot gun heel. This is the match going forward. I'm leaning Theory because I don't think you have Cena come out and say all that stuff to him and not have Theory shine in the ring. But I can see it as the flip of if Cena wins and does the open Monday Night Challenge, I then think not Braun, but Jay White comes out and that's Cena putting over Jay White. So I can see it going either way, but I'm leaning towards Austin Theory.
Okay. I'm leaning Cena.
Ooh.
So here's kind of like what I'm thinking. Cena wins. I'll say clean, but Austin Theory will claim some like he did this, blah 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 blah. So then Monday, he does the open challenge. Theory answers it, and then it's like, nah, man, like we had our match, whatever. And then Braun Breaker
comes out,
hits, and then they'll have like a triple threat.
Ooh, okay,
is what I would want, and then Austin Theory wins the triple threat.
He starts the Braun match.
He screws over. He'll like Braun looks like $1 million. He carries the match. Looks like he's gonna win. Theory like rolls him up or something like that. Gets the title back. Cena goes and does Fast and the Furious 37.
Peacemaker season 2.
Yes, and then Austin Theory and Braun Breaker can start. I think Jay White is debuting, but I think he's higher than the U.S. title.
Fair enough.
I think we'll talk about it later.
I have a feeling where you're going, and I tend to agree with you. We're going to the same place with this Braun Breaker Austin Theory. I think we're just getting there different ways.
Yes,
I'm picking Theory
different routes.
Yeah,
yes.
I'm gonna pick Theory just because, like, bro, Cena dog walked you, bro. You gotta look great in that ring, Austin Theory. Whether you win or lose, you have to look great.
Yeah, because Austin Theory, he doesn't win like one-on-ones, but because he had that match with Bobby Lashley and Seth, where it's like, well, when you put in like a third person,
it leans his favor.
Then he can win those ones, but he can't win like the fair matches. And I like that about like ratty heels. And that's what Austin. Man, I think I'm coming around on him, man.
I can tell, like, the way that I've come around on Dominic is how you come around on Theory. I see it, and like, I think you love Theory more than I love Dominic, and I'm actually coming around on Theory as well. But I need this Cena match, though. This is the match that's gonna solidify for me, Theory or not.
Okay, you want to hear a funny ass story?
Yeah, go ahead.
So my mom is a huge Wheel of Fortune watcher, and this week on Wheel of Fortune was WWE week. So I went over to my mom's house the other day, and she goes, yesterday they had a bunch of wrestlers on, and there was one guy who wasn't wearing his shirt, and he was really hot. I'm like, all right, Mom. I'm like, I wonder who she's talking about. Because
Austin Theory.
All I knew is that Xavier Woods was on it and Big E. So I was like, I wonder if like Big E had like his, like, because he has a huge ass chest.
Yeah.
And I Googled to see who it was. It was Austin Theory. I'm like, mother.
And then the funny thing is with Xavier Woods, him and Drew McIntyre were laughing at it like a ball joke. Like, I thought that was hilarious. But no, you're absolutely right. And Pat Sajak was like, bro, you sure you're not cold? Like do we not need to cover this up? And Austin was like, nah, man, my pecs. And he would flex them. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, so my mom really enjoyed
likes Theory.
I'm like, Mom, come on.
I like that.
But I'm coming around. If my mom likes him, I think I have to like him, unfortunately.
Facts.
Okay, so I'm going Cena. You're going Theory.
I'm going Theory. Yes, sir.
I guess since we don't know for sure which one it is, I'm just going to go based off my list of which one's next. We got Charlotte versus Rhea Ripley for the SmackDown champion. I think we're both on Rhea on this one.
There's only one path. This is Rhea Ripley's time. Like, I see this as, and this is not to spoil coming up, but I see this as a dynamic shift to SmackDown, whereas the heat in the women's division is going to move to SmackDown. The younger people are going to move to SmackDown, and you're going to have Becky, Trish, and the old people on Raw. But I truly feel like this is about to be the reign of terror for Rhea in SmackDown, and she needs her John Cena, and I think she's coming.
Okay.
I'm picking Rhea.
I also think it's Rhea. I just don't think Charlotte
doesn't need it. Like, for what purpose?
Well, like, if she wins, like, I get it. Like, she's the most dominant women's wrestler in the last, like, 10 years. She's won the belt, like, 16 times, but she's also lost it 15 times. So
it would be pointless for everything that Rhea did all last year, everything leading up, all the heat. Like, you could argue she made Judgment Day popular. Without Rhea Ripley, Judgment Day is just Finn Balor, Damian Priest, and Dominic Mysterio looking crazy.
Yep. I agree. I also think that they need another, like, they got Bianca, they got Asuka, But like
Bianca needs her Randy Orton. Like I'm like, and that is Rhea, bro. Like Rhea, I want to see coming up, and not to spoil, but when her and Bianca go at it, like I want to see Rhea do some sick and twisted stuff, like take her to her house, beat up her mom. Like let's get really like I see them as Edge. I see Rhea as a mixture of Edge and Orton in Bianca Cena.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I would agree for right now. We'll see how that is in a few years, but I do like that comparison. I just really wish Rhea would have a different finisher. I hate the Riptide. I think it's a terrible finisher.
She deserves something a little better than that.
She should just boot somebody or choke slam or something. She's so tall. She could probably lift somebody 9 feet in the air and it would look devastating because of
if she did the jawbreaker, which is just a big boot to the face. Oh, I would love that.
Give me some Kevin Nash stuff.
Or let her V-trigger. Like I think she would have a sick take Buddy Murphy's because Buddy Murphy has a great knee. If she used Buddy Murphy's knee move, that would be sick.
Yeah. Nope. I agree.
We're both going Rhea.
I think this one's the
one that I'm the most confident in. Yeah, facts.
Yep.
Facts.
Agreed. Okay. To round out night one, we got the Usos going up against KO and Sami Zayn.
Man.
I'm a little surprised that this is night one. I thought they would do both bloodline matches in the same night, but
it tells me that there's some storyline stuff there.
I get it. I get it why they need to break it up because this match is, I mean,
it's arguably more popular than the main event.
I have a hot take for night two, but I think this is going to be the second best match of all of WrestleMania.
Ooh, okay.
I think that they're going to put on an absolute clinic. I hope they give this 25, 30 minutes.
I agree.
I just think that this is going to be incredible storytelling. Just so much shit. I don't know if it's going to be like a Jay Jimmy thing at the end where they're going to have some conflict. I feel
like it's a Jay Roman thing. And that's where I'm at with it. I think Jimmy is going to be, Jimmy's going to be like, nah, I'm riding with my brother. Enough is enough.
But I want to see some Jay and Sammy stuff too.
True.
They even when they had their thing,
he whispered something to him. People are still going back to that Jay whispering before he kicked him. What did he tell Sammy in his ear? I
still think there's some stuff going on. So we need to wait and see. I think this match is going to be an absolute just incredible match. Yeah, these are just 4 dudes in the ring. They're just going to be incredible, man.
I don't know where I'm leaning with this one. I'm being honest.
It's where I think the storyline is going to go. Hot take. I'm taking the Usos.
Yes, bro. Okay, so hear me out. I truly believe that I'm with you. I am with you because I posted this on IG 2 weeks ago. I think if Sammy and KO win, I think that's Roman winning night 2 because I think it's going to be Roman looking at the Usos. This is the split. If Roman wins, it's going to be y'all couldn't maintain your titles beef. But like you, I think if the Usos win, Roman's losing and Jay Uso's going to be, you don't run the table anymore. I got the belts. I'm the head of the table. Boom, SummerSlam, Roman Jay. The end of the bloodline. I'm picking the Usos as well. I'm with you. Yes, I'm with you so much. As much as we want Kevin and Sammy to win, it's not time yet. We got to break up the bloodline.
I agree. Wow, I honestly didn't think you were gonna take the Usos as well. But I think that's where I'm gonna go. I do think we're gonna have Roman kind of looking pathetic at the end of night 2. And I
don't know if the Usos are going to help them.
We got both belts, bro.
Yep. I think they're going to go out with their belts, see him getting his butt whooping. I think Jay going to pull Jimmy back. Nah, let's see if he's the tribal chief, beat Cody Rhodes. Beat him. I'm with you. Oh, yeah. This is why we're out here podding, baby. We're giving you great wrestling content. I love it.
All right. So let's recap night 1 before we get into night 2. Ray versus Dominic. I have Ray. Lynn has Dominic.
Yes, sir.
Braun and Ricochet versus Street Profits versus Alpha Academy versus Viking Raiders. I have Braun and Ricochet. Lynn has the Street Profits. Trish, Lita, and Becky versus Damage Control. I have Trish, Lita, and Becky. Lynn has Damage Control. Austin Theory versus John Cena. I have Cena. Lynn has Theory. Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul. We both have Logan Paul.
Yep.
Charlotte versus Rhea. We both have Rhea. And then Usos versus KO and Sammy. We both have the Usos.
Yep. Yes, sir. Yes,
Spicy.
Sir.
All right.
All for my theory of night 2, baby. The Usos gotta win for everything to work out for my man Cody Rhodes.
All right, let's do the stinkers of night 2 first and just get it out of the way.
The worst match? Let me see what you say in the worst match is.
Okay, I think there's a
tie.
A tie.
But please say the worst one first.
Okay, well I do think the worst one's gonna be Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Natalya and
Brock and Omos.
First Omos versus Ronda and
Omos. Yeah, my bad. Yep. Ever since Brock called him Omos, I've been saying it, man. It's Omos. I'm so sorry. Omos.
That's the effect Brock has on people. Okay, so Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Natalya and Shotzi versus Ronda and Shayna Baszler versus Sonya Deville and Chelsea
Green.
Which
should have been Chelsea Green and Corey Graves' wife, who I love.
Carmella,
but I think she's injured right now.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think Carmella and Chelsea Green, when Carmella comes back, will be a great tag team that can actually win the belt. And I truly think if Carmella would have been there, they might have had a shot at winning this match. But now that she's not, to me, this is Ronda and Shayna Baszler's time.
Man, you think so?
Yeah, bro. I think Triple H loves them, and I think he wants to give them a shot at the belt because Ronda came out and was like, "Yeah, if I'm gonna keep wrestling, I want to wrestle with Shayna and uplift the tag team." Like she came out and said that, bro. Like I feel like as much as I want Liv and Raquel to win, I feel like this is Triple H's move to uplift the tag titles, and I think his first real tag team champions are gonna be Shayna and Ronda.
Doesn't everybody hate Ronda right now?
Yeah, I know. But this is the only way you're keeping her involved.
If they want heat, I mean that's a great way to do it. I do think this match is going to be a stinker. I think this match is going to suck. I just don't. How many great 4-way tag team women matches do we have? I can't name any. And all on paper, we have great wrestlers. I just don't think it works in this style.
None of them are a team. That's the thing. Yeah. And that's why I'm picking Ronda and Shayna, because they're the closest one to a team.
Okay. I would agree. I'm very anti Natalya, so as long as she doesn't win, I think this is a W.
I'm gonna be honest. That would be the most shocking thing if Natalya and Shotzi win.
God, please don't. I feel bad for Shotzi that she has to team up with Natalya. I'm going Liv and Raquel just because on paper I think that they're the best. Would be the best team. And then you could have Ronda and Shayna, go after them maybe or something like that. Maybe vice versa, but I just think this match is gonna suck, man. I really do think this match is gonna suck.
No, I agree. I
hope I'm wrong.
I truly think that this and then the Brock and Omos matches. I'm picking Brock and Omos as the worst just because I have no expectations for this match. I think it's more so that dang, Brock, you're going against Omos. Like what? Like I feel like that match has expectations for me to be upset at it and call it the worst match. Whereas this match, like you said, this is just a stinker. I got no expectations for this.
All right, well, let's just jump right into the stinker. Brock versus Omos.
Does Brock has to win this, right?
You think? Oh, man,
I've been seeing people say Omos is. Yeah, that's what I've been seeing. That is Brock putting him over? Like,
I think Brock will put anybody over for the right amount of money. And you know what? He's like, I'm not putting over this dude. And then Triple H slides him a briefcase. He's like, I can put him over.
Brock was like, I'm not putting over Bray Wyatt. Y'all can kiss that goodbye. I'll put over Omos. And I think you're right for the fact of how they presented Omos. I think Brock was like, if I'm putting this guy over, y'all got to make him seem like Andre the Giant, which they have.
Or, I mean, they can literally do it, and where Brock manhandles him, gets super cocky, and then Omos just is one move KO, it's over. You can't.
I got a question for you.
What's up?
Is this where you debut the Hurt Business? In the sense of, to your point, Brock is whooping his butt because Bobby doesn't have a match. Bobby and the Hurt Business come out and beat Brock. Omos wins based on that, and boom, the Hurt Business is back. I'm actually with you. I think Omos wins for that.
You know how you want Judgment Day to be this next thing? I don't. I want the Hurt Business back.
Yeah,
give it back. Give it to me. Give me what I want.
And I think I might have been a pay-per-view too early with the Hurt Business, because now it makes sense, especially with the fact that Bobby's not gonna be at Mania. And Nick Khan came out and was like, for those who think they know what Mania is, y'all have no idea. We have a bunch of surprises. What surprises? That's a surprise right there.
Yeah, I mean, that would be a surprise. Omos and the Hurt Business could work like perfectly fine
as
like,
the muscle.
He honestly, that's where he should go. Like, I would actually be perfectly fine with that. Him as just like this only singles competitor. It's not, maybe short term it works. It ain't working long term. No way, sure. Jose. But if he's a muscle with Bobby and the Hurt Business,
Bobby's the face. He's just the muscle in the back. You have Sheldon and Cedric as the tag team, and if you want, bring up Carmelo and have him be the young gun, or let him stay on NXT as the young gun leader of the Hurt Business.
You know what they should do? Let Melo cook in NXT for a minute. Treat the Hurt Business kind of like Bullet Club. When Melo comes out, have him take out Bobby.
Yeah. And similar, they did it with the Nation of Domination, where The Rock took out Farouk, Ron Simmons. And I'm with you. Yes, I'm with you 100%. Let Melo and Trick Williams, Bullet Club, take over the Hurt Business. Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, so I'm going with Omos.
Me too.
Let me say it correctly. Omos. I'm going with Omos.
Yeah, me as well. You convinced me. You definitely convinced me, because I was thinking Brock, but you're right. It doesn't make sense for Brock to win. Omos, I'm with you.
Okay. So we got the stinkers out of the way. This one I'm a little excited for because I saw a picture of it. Edge versus Finn in the Hell in the Cell, and they're bringing back the old
classic
school,
and
classic
Demon.
One.
And Tony Khan came out and gave Christian permission to go to be in WrestleMania for one night. I don't know if they're going to do it, but Gangrel is reportedly coming. They might bring back the Brood just for the entrance.
That would be wild.
Yeah.
That'd be a lot of fun.
This is arguably a match out of all nights. I know people are excited for Roman and Cody. I know y'all know I am. I know we love the Usos and Kevin Owens, but I think after those two matches, this is my favorite match. Y'all, I've been critical of Edge, but this is what I've been waiting for. The Hell in the Cell ended. This was supposed to happen after the I Quit match. Edge got hurt. We had to delay it. But Demon King Finn Balor, I think, based on Cody winning, can go one of two ways, but I think both of his paths go through a Bullet Club member. It just depends on which one.
Okay.
And I think Demon King Finn Balor is a perfect first rival for Cody if it's not Jay White.
Ooh, okay. I personally don't think Finn's gonna go after a belt, but I do like that. I am picking Finn to win.
Oh yeah, Edge is putting over people now in his his career.
Edge doesn't need to win. No. Judgment Day needs to win.
He made Judgment Day for Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley to become the stars that he knew there to be. So yeah, I'm picking Finn as well.
Which is funny because I feel like Finn's only like 6 years younger than Edge or something.
He's 41.
Finn's not young, but he looks young.
He looks young, he also looks like he could be Edge's kid. Like when they put their faces next, I'm like, geez, they look very similar.
So we're both going Finn. Okay.
Yes, sir. Are we going to the banger or are we going to the women's match?
Okay. Yeah, this is what I think. I'm calling it right now.
I know. Banger after banger.
This will be a 5-star match. This will be an absolute 5-star match. Drew McIntyre versus Gunther versus Sheamus. My most excited look forward to match. I think this match is going to be insane.
I know you're ready for it. I just don't know who wins this one though.
They're so good in the ring together.
I just don't think Drew wins. I
don't think so either.
Yeah, like I think it's either Gunther or I think it's Sheamus, and I think you put Drew in this match for Sheamus to pin Drew, so Gunther doesn't look bad.
Yeah, either Gunther's
reign continues.
Yeah, either he's pinning somebody or he's not getting pinned.
Yep.
There's no chance Gunther is getting pinned.
And if Gunther gets pinned, I think you're gonna get what you want. And I think Ilya Dragunov is the person who's gonna take the Intercontinental title off of him. And but I think if Sheamus wins, this is Gunther going up against Cody at some point.
Ooh, you think? Oh,
yeah,
damn.
I do.
See, I think they're gonna run this set for a minute.
Okay.
I think they're gonna run for a minute. Only because I don't think Gunther is going to win.
He's ready.
He'll want it back. God, I'm just so excited. The Royal Rumble made me so jacked for these guys because what they were doing in the ring together, while there's 14 other people in the ring, they were owning the space. And now they have it just between them. We're gonna get some huge ass chops. Like,
yeah,
dude, Sheamus's chest
is gonna be red.
It's gonna be
as red as his hair. And seeing Gunther, who did he face on Monday Night Raw? Dolph Ziggler, bro. Dolph Ziggler got just crushed. Like, I didn't realize how hard Gunther hit because I hadn't watched a Gunther match in a while. But like, I was like, my God. But I'm picking Sheamus.
Okay, I'm also picking Sheamus.
Yeah, I think Sheamus is gonna get his full whatever the set of winning every title, and then like you said, if Gunther doesn't go back, because I think you did convince me of this, if Gunther doesn't go up to fight Cody yet, I think he goes back for his Intercontinental title.
Okay, yeah, I'm thinking something along the lines of like somebody hits a finisher, Sheamus comes in and like brogue kicks the other guy and then pins
Drew
and pins Drew, something along those lines. Dude, yeah, I'm projecting this is a 5-star match. I'm calling it right now. This is gonna be a 5-star match. This is gonna be match of the maybe not the weekend because there's just so much wrestling this weekend that something is going to pop out. I
think the match of the night is between this, Melo and Braun, Eddie Kingston and Claudio, and then my number one.
See, I think the Wheeler Yuta Shibata match is.
Yeah, you right. I forgot about that one.
I think they're gonna kill each other in that.
Yeah,
match,
that is gonna be a good match. You're right.
This one for WWE. I think this is gonna be match of the weekend for WWE. Okay, so we're both going Sheamus. Little surprised, but I like the pick because I'm also picking it. The next up we got the women's match. We got Asuka going.
This is where I'm taking my biggest chance. This is my biggest chance.
Okay.
I think Bianca has gotten stale. I think that keeping Bianca on Raw serves no purpose. I think keeping Bianca on Raw is not good for her future. And I think it's time to move the Young Guns to SmackDown. I'm picking Asuka to win for the Bianca-Rhea rivalry to take place. You can even throw Liv Morgan in there, like Raquel Rodriguez. It is just going to be those four going at it on SmackDown in the future. That's my prediction when the draft happens, and you need Asuka to win. And I think Asuka is a great enough wrestler to be the champion on Raw, to battle the Beckys, the Baileys, and the people over there.
Yep, I agree. I don't think Bianca's gotten stale, but I just think Asuka's more just she's hot right now. Like we want with her new thing that she's doing right now. I just think if you give her the belt and create her as a threat, whoever you have winning, you can have Bianca win it 3-4 months down the road and it'd be fine. Well, Bianca's had it for over a year. Got to switch it up. It's not
her something
Roman.
new. Yeah, like she needs. Bianca needs something to spice it up. And stale might be the wrong word. You're right. It's just something to spice it up.
Yeah, exactly. Her losing doesn't hurt her.
No, not at all.
It's just we need more. I guess we need more Asuka. That's what we want to see. I feel like the majority, and they can run it back for a while too if you want. I just think give Asuka some time to cook with it, and have Bianca maybe take a break. And come back, but
bring her to SmackDown.
Or for Lynn, bring her to SmackDown. I don't think that's happening, but
if the draft happens and shift Bianca and bring Charlotte to Raw, and you have instead of Sasha, Charlotte, Asuka, Becky, and Bayley going at it, classic 4 horsewomen with no Sasha, but you know what I mean. The classic NXT bunch battling on Raw, and then the new gen battling on SmackDown.
You're not sick of that yet?
I mean,
I'm a little sick of it.
I just don't know what else you do with the women, because I think the most exciting thing is Rhea and Bianca, and outside of that, who are you excited for outside of that? That's my thing. It's like
I think Liv. I like Liv a lot.
I do too, and I want Liv to be in that mix as well. I think Liv has to be in that mix for it to work. I just don't know on the Raw side, That's why I think you make Asuka the champ, because she can get a match out of anybody. It's just like, I don't know what you do with the women's division right now.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, is this the time where you're going to start letting new people
take belts, or is it,
or not take belts, but like take time? Like, take Bayley's time, take Becky's time, take Charlotte's time. Like, are you going to give Shotzi a mic? Are you going to give Raquel Rodriguez a mic?
And let her stop smiling. Yeah, true.
Are you going to let them try to take that next step? Is this the time to do it? I don't know.
And that's why if you put them on SmackDown, you can let them be the SmackDown 6 of the women's like, you can have all the old, like, all the things people love and are used to on Raw, and you can give Shotzi the mic. You can give Raquel the mic. You can let them go on SmackDown and become that new SmackDown 6.
Yep. I agree. I would like to see, I guess, this is more of like, I need to wait and see for it to happen, because I just don't, I'm just trying to think of like who I would want. Like, do I want Bianca and Rhea? Of course I do, but is that going to happen?
Is it time? That's another thing too. Is it time?
Because I feel like they're kind of like the new staples of their respective shows. And like, do you want to put them? I feel like if you put them both together, it's great for one product, bad for the other. But
I agree.
We'll see. We will see. We will see. Let's get to the last match though. Cody Rhodes going up against Roman Reigns for the undisputed champion. You're tapping your neck because you are an American Nightmare fan.
I'm a Cody Mark, man.
Cody Mark. I think we're both picking Cody, but how do you want this to end though? Like, I feel like they're going to get some storyline beats in here.
Yeah. I don't want anyone to help Cody.
100%.
I do not want anyone to help Cody, but I would love Solo to come out and beat his butt. Like, I want it to be to where it's like, okay, Solo's beating him, and then Jay comes out and is like, gives him a look like, no, like with his belt, like, let him do this. Like, Roman has to do this. And I think he pulls him out, and I think we see the bloodline stand and look, and it's like, if you're the tribal chief, prove it right now. Because I feel like they feel this is his touch of his matchup, which is interesting because he fought Drew and other people, but I digress. That is a WWE thing. That's not a Cody Rhodes problem. But I want it to be where they're judging him and Roman just doesn't have it this night. It's just things aren't working for him. Back to Cody's promo of him knowing that the bloodline is breaking and seeing them, it's just getting to him. And I think Cody gets him. And I think Roman just, at the end of it, Cody gets his belt and everything. And I think Jay looks at him, shakes his head, and takes his brothers and walks away. And Paul Heyman is crushed. And I think we just see that defeat. And I think on Monday night, you get Roman's final Raw before he goes on vacation of Jay telling him, you're out the bloodline. I run it now. And Roman goes, collects himself. And then SummerSlam, Roman versus Jay to end the bloodline.
Oh, love that. I have a couple things. I think they want to make Cody this super ultra mega baby face. Like Cena level baby face. They want
a champion to
sell so bad. So because of that, I think they're going to make this an ultra extra match for Cody. So this is what I'm gonna think. Paul Heyman's gonna get involved somehow. Solo is going to get involved somehow. I'm thinking like maybe like ref bump. Solo comes, messes up Cody, and it's still not enough for Roman to beat Cody, and Cody wins just clean as a whistle.
Yep, I agree.
He's overcoming these distractions, these interferences, the tribal chief, and none of that matters because he's Cody freaking Rhodes.
Yeah, man.
Adrenaline in my soul.
And just takes it down. Like, it's time. And
Cody Rhodes.
And for Roman, like, I know he wants to act. Nick Khan doesn't come out and say that unless he knows. Like, I think they're preparing people. And Roman's earned it. We talked about Mox deserving a break. Roman deserves a break. And to his point, the bloodline can go on halftime now. He doesn't need the championship. And let's say I can see Paul Heyman Triple H splitting it up once Cody wins. And Cody being the Raw champion, and boom, Roman and Jay are fighting for Universal to end the bloodline for SummerSlam. I can see that.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping that first of all, they need to split the belts.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would love it. Like Cody's just like, hey,
I just want the WWE one.
I'd love to defend both, but blah blah blah. So he gives up one. Then they start like a tournament on like SmackDown or Raw or whatever.
And you let Jay win, and Big Dog comes back.
Oh, that'd be sick. I would actually, yes, that's exactly what I would want. But on the other end, I want Cody to win, and I want Jay White to
Bullet
debut.
Club batters, baby.
And not only that, I want Jay White to win and within like the next 3 months, because I don't think Cody needs the belt.
No, and you can have him win it back at Summers. You can have Jay White win it, and then Cody win it back at the next pay-per-view, and it's a battle. Honestly, you can have it to where Finn picks a side and AJ picks a side, and it's straight up Bullet Club. Like even Anderson and Gallows, you can make it to where Gallows like, nah, I'm going with Jay, and Anderson's like, no, I'm going with Cody. Like you could make it true Bullet Club versus Bullet Club generations with this.
You could. So one of the people that I always mention about like not needing belts is The Rock. So while The Rock is like something like an 8-time champion, he only held the belt for like a year total.
True.
That's just how polarizing he was, where he was above belts. I think Cody is above a belt.
And to that point, I think Cody's always campaigning, even though we're talking about Bullet Club and Jay White. Let me pitch something else to you.
Okay.
Cody came out on his last interview and said the only person he's ever had so much of a tiff with where they almost fought backstage was Seth Rollins. And he went in on Seth Rollins for like 15 minutes. They could be setting that up as well as like the feud again. Yeah.
That's the thing. It doesn't matter if Seth wins or loses. He can go for the belt right away and lose.
And have a claim to it because he technically beat Cody before Cody was hurt Cody before Cody was done.
Yep. It doesn't matter with Seth, but I need Jay White. They need more established like top heels and
especially with Roman going, and you need someone that's gonna be there weekly.
Yep. And have the Jays hold the belt for a little bit. Jay White, Jay Uso.
I like it.
That's where I'm going with it, but we'll wait and see. But I think I'm pretty confident.
Man. If Cody doesn't win, if Cody doesn't win, they're gonna have to convince me. And let me let you know, if Cody doesn't win, that I truly think Kevin and Sammy win the other one. Like,
I think it's one or the other.
Yeah, I do too. And either way, it's to the demise of the bloodline. I would love
to hear some conspiracy theories on why Roman would win over Cody. That would be fun. But
I think you have it to where it's if Roman wins, it's I'm the ultimate tribal chief. Jay, you're a disgrace to the family, and then you could have it to where Rikishi comes out, and it's like you could have it to where more bloodline members come out and like choose sides. But we can discuss that more once we see who wins.
Sure, for sure. Yep.
But so give us night 2. Yeah,
I think that's the end of it. So night 2 recap: Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez versus Natalya and Shotzi versus Ronda and Shayna versus Sonya and Chelsea Green. I had Liv and Raquel. Lynn.
I'll take it.
Lynn Morgan, yeah. Lynn had Ronda
I'll take her
and
last
Shayna.
name
Oh, hey, yo.
No, I'm just playing. I got a girlfriend.
Brock and Omos. We both had Omos. Edge versus Finn. We both had Finn. Drew versus Gunther versus Sheamus. We both had Sheamus.
You could tell that these are the ones where there's more storylines to them, to where it's like you can kind of predict more based on the stories than the other ones. Bianca, we went the same one with that too.
Yeah, we both picked Asuka, and then
we both picked Cody. Wow.
And then Cody versus Roman. We both had Cody Rhodes.
So night 1 is where the competition is. Night 2 is to see if we actually know what we're talking about.
We had was that one difference in the women's tag match? And
yes.
And then everything else is the same. So
interesting.
We'll see. Hopefully I hit my night 1 hits and then I can catch up to you in the record. But
hey, we shall see, brother. And
we should.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see where the predictions championship goes. Do I keep it? Does Pete overtake? I'm ecstatic, but this is awesome. Pete, tell the people where they can follow you at on social media.
Yeah, best way to do so, you can follow my personal account this time. Let's do it. Don't Sweat 3 T's. That's Don't Sweat TT, as in Don't Sweat the Technique. on Twitter. Otherwise, join the Discord.
Also, check out his podcast, What Do You Say Anime, and follow him on What Do You Say Annie on Twitter. You can follow me at LinBWT, follow Bros Who Think at Bros Who Think. Check out all of our amazing content, subscribing on the YouTube or subscribing wherever you get these audio files. Also, thank you to the to the Rise and Grind audience at the radio station, everybody for listening. I told you I was going to give you a WrestleMania shebang. This is that. So until next time, when we give our review of it, y'all have a good one and peace.
Peace.